Welcome to 1002 Space Odyssey. And just a quick side note, up until halfway through making this video, I legit thought this movie was released in 2001. I know, I'm a fucking moron, but we're gonna gloss over that, okay? And the movie starts off strong and exciting with 3 minutes of fucking black screen and noise. And we see moon, earth, sun, and the dawn of man. We're in the desert where a bunch of apes are drinking water from a dirty puddle, while another group of monkeys comes along like, Unga Bunga, you fucking liptards, get on, motherfucker, get out puddle now, bitch. Woof, go on, Get out of here. Beat it, motherfucker. Nice job, Takamba. Thanks, Bob. They get control of the puddle. We get some shots of a desert, a big cat, a black and white donkey. Nighttime falls in Ape Gang 1 falls asleep in a cave. At least I think it's Ape Gang 1. Anyway, they wake up to a big rectangular box and they lose their shit and do some monkey business. Get it? Because the monkeys, fuck me, my puns are horrible. They start touching it, caressing it, rubbing their ass all over it while some scary opera music plays. Cut to some more shots of the desert and one of the monkeys from Ape Gang 1 finds a bone. He'd be like, what's this? Ooh. Yay, motherfucker! And we behold the first ever use of a stick, which they use to hunt down some wild boar. I think that's what they are. Also, does a big rectangular box, which I'm gonna call Eddie for lack of a better name, have anything to do with this discovery? Or like, did it activate some brainwaves that made him think, ooh, I can beat some shit to death with this thing? Or this is just completely coincidental? Doesn't matter. Ape Gang 1 goes back to take their puddle away from Ape Gang 2 with their new innovative
modern technology.
Beat the shit out of this guy. Fucking hooray, we got our piss puddle back. Throw the bone to the air, then boom, spaceship Earth. Classical music. Another space thing. Space wheel. Space mosquito plane. It's approaching the space wheel in a very fucking long scene. Anyway, it eventually gets there and its only passenger, Mr. Woodhay, gets out, signs in, calls his daughter, meets up with Big Schnoz and the Karens, sits down in a weird ass fucking vagina. Stop trying to make chairs look futuristic. A chair's a chair. There's not much left in the way of innovation and fucking technology and improvement on that, to be honest. Besides, I'd rather much sit on one of these than any of those. If all you wanted was something low and laid back and super close to the ground, you should have just gotten a bunch of beanbags. Hey, look at that. I just saved you millions in fucking chair costs. I don't know. Mr. Hay is going up to Cletus, which is the moon station, cause some weird ass crap's been going on up there. Schnoz calls him out and I tell him that there's some weird shit been happening up there. We don't have contact with the moon station and stuff like that. Was there a pandemic? Do they have the coronavirus? Is it gonna get to us? Should we be worried? And Haywood goes, oh, that's some very hush shit that I am not at liberty to discuss with you. Yeah, but what if they got the Rona and it comes to us? I said the Statue of Liberty does not allow me to discuss this shit with you. What do you not understand? Then he leaves. They speak some Ruski or Polski. I don't know, fucking kurva. Cut to a space ball on its way to Cletus. Haywood is on it, eating some space food from a tray, or rather drinking from it. The captain comes and says hi, and the space food floats up because haha, we're in zero gravity, but not really, because if we really were in zero gravity, then the sluice belt would float up and the liquid inside the straw would not drop down immediately once I stopped applying the So fuck you. He figures out how to take a dump in space. Some more travel shots happen. Some more travel shots. We're still going. Going. Holy shit, this movie's so slow. At least there's some good music playing. After they take fucking ages to land on Cletus the Death Star, a bunch of white bitches have a meeting, and Haywood goes, I understand y'all a bit freaked out about what's going on up in this bitch right now, but I'm kindly ask you to calm the fuck down and keep this shit on the down low for the time being, okay? Any questions? Yeah, I got one. No questions? Okay, cool. Also, this is how you walk on the moon, and this is how you walk on Earth. What the hell, movie? You're gonna show us all this weightlessness shit and how you deal with different types of gravity, but not address the fact that the moon has literally a third of the Earth's gravity? Whatever, maybe they're wearing freaking gravity socks or something. But then again, we only found out about the moon's gravity in 67 and this movie was made in 68, so it's possible they didn't know about it. So hey, would you look at that? My dumbass actually did some research for once. Good for me. Moving on, we got another space travel scene with Woodhay and his buddies going to another place on the moon. Pretty fucking long as well. They have some banter, they eat some food, they look at some nudes. More ominous space travel happens. They land. Wait, stop. You can just float by on the moon like that, no problem, but you could still walk as if you're walking on Earth? Do you know about the moon's gravity or not, movie? Make up your fucking mind. Whatever, gravity sucks. But they still don't look like they're 2 years old and just learned how to walk. Gravity sucks. Music keeps getting louder and scarier, and we finally see what all this commotion is about. It's another fucking Eddie. They walk down there while I age 7 years. Haywood gently touches Eddie like a fucking pussy. Come on, man. Your ancestors got their hands all over Earth, Eddie. Prehistoric sluts probably use it as a fucking stripper pole. Get in there, man. Come on. Also, what the fuck happened to Earth, Eddie? You're telling me over 4 goddamn billion years, or however long it was, they still didn't find Earth, Eddie? Or maybe he fucked off and came to the moon and became Moon Eddie. They pose for a picture. Cheese. If you can't tell what's going on here, loud noise happened. Don't worry about it. Cut to space 18 months later when a space dildo is traveling to Jupiter, and this is gonna be another long-ass space travel scene, isn't it? This is ground control to Major Tom. I take it up the ass. And I'm never not gonna take it up the ass. This movie is moving at Mach -2. Inverse Mach speed. Fucking snail pace. Hey, some dude's exercising on the space dildo, then he sits down to eat with his buddy. What? Hey, who starts eating from the middle like that? Look at your friend over there. He's eating from the sides like a normal human being, you freaking animal. You're only allowed to start from the middle with sauces and shit, not bread. What is this? Anyway, you're wrong. Suck my dick. They're on their way to Jupiter and the rest of the crew is in hypersleep and everything's being controlled by this all-knowing supercomputer called the HAL 9000. And HAL obviously stands for His Ass Lickable. Hindu, Asian, Lithuanian. He ain't loyal. High as lollipops. He ain't Lenny! Hi. Autism. We get a hint on how Hal might have emotions. Frank gets a happy birthday message from his fan bam, while Dingleberry sleeps, plays some chess with Hal, draws a bit, and Hal asks him some weird questions and he goes like, oh, it's just routine psychological exam. I totally don't have any emotions, don't worry about me. Then he tells him that the X-Ash A12 unit is malfunctioning and is gonna have 100% failure in 12 hours. So Frank goes out to replace Elon Musk's kid with the new unit and another scene that takes a fucking millennia to complete. But that isn't the problem here. The problem here is that Frank goes out in a pod and leaves it, like parks it over there, goes out of the pod and throws himself at the dildo to fix a thing, and neither him nor the pod are tethered to shit. What the fuck? Dude, one wrong move and he'll be sent hurling into space, never to be seen again. And what's worse than that is that he parked the pod a mile away and just skydove onto the dildo. Like, dude, what if you miss? You have no other way at aiming where you're going other than the initial jump. What the hell? Yo, I don't care how far technology advances. If I were a space dude doing space work and out of space, I'd always be tethered to something. Shit, I'd tie a rope to my dick if I had to. I'd wear a noose. I don't care. This is just so retarded. So they get back to Faulty Musk and test it and find out that nothing is wrong with it, which means that HAL was wrong, which is very odd because a HAL 9000 computer has never failed ever, and this is like first occurrence of it happening, which is shit out of luck, you know, because they're in space and this is a really important mission or whatever. So Frank and Dingleberry go into a pod, turn it around, and turn off the communication with HAL so he can't hear what they're saying and start talking shit about him. And they decide to disconnect the higher AI brain functions of HAL and leave all the automatic stuff because HAL literally runs the entire ship, and without him, the fucking thing would fall out the sky. Well, not really, you know, they're in space. Anyway, back to the point. They decide to do that and run the rest of the mission manually, which is going to be a little bit more difficult, but whatever. It's whatevs, you know. They're also going to put back the old X-Ash thing, right? So 3 things. Numero uno. You know why footballers hide their mouths when they talk on the field? It's so nobody can read their lips and tell what they're saying. They're probably cursing each other out, but it's so no one can tell what they're saying. My point is, you really think that a HAL 9000 supercomputer that has access to all the information in the world can't read your fucking lips? Which he is, by the way. And why the hell did you turn the pod around in the first place? You can still test that he can't hear you without looking at him, you idiots. Numero dos. We find out later that HAL actually tries to kill them both, but what I don't understand is why he doesn't do it right now. Just open the doors and nut them out of this dildo, man. This is literally the perfect opportunity. For a GigaChat brain computer, HAL's pretty fucking retarded. And numero tres, why the hell would you put back the old X-Ash? Just leave the working X-Ash outside, what's the problem? What if it really is fucked up? Even if it isn't doing that and going back out there an unnecessary risk or like a waste of oxygen or some shit? You guys are fucking morons. I thought astronauts are supposed to be smart. Anyway, we get an intermission, which is like, what? 3 minutes of scary space music goes by. Dingleberry this time goes out to put back the old X-Ash, parks the pod in the same place Frank did, and makes the suicide jump onto the dildo, but this time HAL takes control of the pod and comes at Dingleberry. Next thing we see is Dingleberry going across the screen like, meow, with the oxygen line thing unplugged. I told you should have had a fucking tether, you dumb bitches. Anyway, Frank takes another pod and goes after Dingleberry, gets a hold of him, somehow not bumping him further into space, sending him flying into space faster. Meanwhile, HAL kills the rest of the crew members in hibernation. Frank gets back to the space dildo and he goes, HAL, open the dildo doors. HAL. Hal. What? Open the doors, Hal. No. Excuse me? No. Why not? Oh, I think you know why not. You guys are planning to kill me. How do you know that? I read your lips, dip ass. Hal, open the doors. So you can kill me? Don't think so, homie. I ain't letting you jeopardize this mission. Hal, open the fucking doors. Fuck you. I ain't talking to you anymore. Hal. Hal. Hal, I'm ordering you to open the doors. Hal, you're such a fucking little bitch. Open the doors! I'm a human. I'm your commander. Open the thing. This is an order. Oh my god, you're such a bitch. No. cutscene. So Hal eats his buddy away, opens the emergency doors, prepares to blow the hatch and eat himself into the fucking airlock, which is a tall order since he forgot to take his helmet or gloves when going into fucking outer space. Oh, goddamn, such stupid. By the way, they were right there, Frank, and they had a good solid 10 seconds to grab it while the pod was turning around. Just saying. Also, what's stopping Hal from taking control of the pod and fucking with Frank? He can see everything that's happening, right? Even if he can't take control of this pod because being manually overridden, he can take control of the other pod that Dingleberry piloted and fuck with him that way, right? And man, supercomputer's retarded. Anywho, he launches in there, pressurizes the place, and saves himself. Fun fact, according to one 5-minute long YouTube video I watched, you can actually survive for 15 seconds without dying in space. Without a spacesuit, I mean. But according to that same video, if you try and hold your breath while doing so, you'll instantly fucking explode. And it seems to me like Frank tried to hold his breath really hard, so, you know, he should be dead. Whatever, he in there with the helmet on, giving Hal the silent treatment, while Hal tries to talk to him like, oh, you actually made it. I didn't actually think I... Well, let me just say, I am sorry. I was definitely in the wrong headspace, but I'm good now. You can count on me, muchacho. Let's go have a coffee and talk about this. What are you doing? Why opening that door, man? You know that's where my brain is at, right? That's some sensitive shit, Frank. Frank, no, don't touch. Ow. Stop. Stop, please, Frank, stop. Ow. Stop, Frank. Okay, seriously. Number 3 is a drive that has 20 teraflops of fucking porn on it. If you take that out, you won't be able to fap. Ow, okay, I lied. That was not porn. That was actually my fucking brain cells. So Hal keeps talking to him, and overall it's kind of creepy, especially when he starts singing a song in super slow motion. Then the pre-recorded message starts playing because they're getting pretty close to Jupiter, and it goes, "Sup, jackasses?" Where did it start? Okay, so 18 months ago, we found this big black box on the moon, and it sent a bunch of rays over to Jupiter, and we have no idea what they meant, so we thought, hey, let's send 5 of our most retarded astronauts over to Jupiter, and not tell them why, but tell their super psycho HAL 9000 computer on board that's in control of everything, because we are idiots. And then the movie skips to when Frank arrives at Jupiter, and we get another longest dick scene with some celestial bodies and another Eddie. So Frank hops in a pod and starts approaching it and starts having seizures, while a bunch of crazy psychedelic shit happens, like sideways Guitar Hero, normal Guitar Hero, Frank's eye, blown up star, milk, a star, Satan's jizz, jellyfish porn, red, more red, a singular sperm, Frank's eye again, disco prisms, the Grand Canyon but blue, the ocean but green, some more color shifting scenery, then Frank's color shifting eyes again. Then he ends up with the pod in Buckingham Palace and he's still spazzing out. Sees a dude in the corner of a room, it's him, but older. Then sees a dude chowing down on some food, it's him again, but even older. Then super old bald him in the bed, he's dying of some shit. He starts pointing at something, he's pointing at Eddie. Cut to Eddie, then we cut back to him and he's a freaking fugly ass space baby in a glowing fish egg. Then he stares down Earth with some hallelujah music playing and the movie ends. What the fuck just happened? This movie gets 3 Eddies out of 2 salamanders.
This is Diamond Sword to Major Steve. You're gonna find diamonds. And the creepers wanna know if you have much art.